Well, we're back here for part 2 of Red Rock. We're still on low stakes, 50-cent coin with the balance of our $100 bankroll that we've been playing with for quite a bit here. Nice full house there. Quad sevens would be nice. And we're hitting flushes too, so we're hitting everything at the bottom of the pay table, which, you know, if we were on high denomination, you could make money all day long playing the bottom of the pay table. So higher stakes you go, the more you can play off the bottom. And 3 of a kind again, so we're doing all right now. Okay, back-to-back 2 pairs. 2 pairs is what makes the bonus poker such a great game to play. If you're on high stakes and it's just spitting out 2 pairs all night long, you're making money virtually with every hand, and you can stack those up all night long. When it stops rolling, get off, but you can make thousands of dollars playing high stakes just hitting 2 pairs if it's rolling. So that's one of the great things about bonus poker. You don't have to sacrifice those 2 pairs. Well, there goes one royal flush opportunity, but we lacked 1 card. Of course, when those hit, I like to definitely up the coin denomination and go for bigger royal flushes. Nice, back-to-back 3 of a kind. When those start converting into full houses back-to-back, you get 3 or 4 of those and you're essentially getting quads. And then when you throw the quads in amongst all the full houses, you're really on a roll. Stay on the machine and just wait for the royal flush combinations to come about, and eventually a few of those will convert for you. You know, 4 aces is 400 coins, so on a 50-cent coin machine, that's going to be $200. You scale that up 100 times on a $50 coin machine, and it's 20 grand. So, you know, how often have you played bonus poker and you hit aces? You know, the aces hand is actually 1/10 of the royal. So you're just scaling 4 aces up 10 times and you have 4,000 coins for a royal flush. So playing for aces is kind of a smart thing to do. You don't have to play for the royal. They'll just show up when they show up. But aces is a lot easier to hit. They're much more frequently dealt out in the course of play. So you do that on a $50 coin machine, you got 20 grand. You hit a couple of back-to-back 4 aces or a bunch of 2s, 3s, and 4s, and you can make 20, 40, 60 grand on a $50 machine. So I'm not recommending you mortgage a house or anything to play with, but if you have 10 grand and you can afford to gamble with it and you're actually good at the game, you'll find out pretty early on playing it whether or not it's an even machine or not. If it's going to take your money, then you'll probably get off of that machine very quickly. Go ahead and build that bankroll back up to 10 grand again, and then maybe some other time take another stab at it. But that's kind of how I play the game. You know, I just come up with a 10 grand bankroll, and when I'm ready for it and I think I can go ahead and afford it, I'll go ahead and take that shot. And if it's rolling, even if you don't hit a royal, you can play off the bottom of the pay table and still stack up a lot of healthy wins. Even with what we're doing here on the 50-cent coin denomination, you know, you look at our bankroll here, it's between $75 and $85. Scale that up 100 times to the $50 coin level, and we're talking about $7,500 to $8,500. So you don't see me And this by no means is a great session, but it is staying very even. I'm not losing my butt on it, and it's just steady as she goes. But there's a lot of times when I'm playing bonus poker where the thing's just rolling out quads here and there, full houses all over the place, 3 of a kind, 2 pair, 2 pair, 2 pair, jacks are better. Good quads with the bonus, like the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s, which pay 200 instead of 125. Sometimes you'll hit aces, and then 10 hands later you hit aces again. So when all of that happens at $50 coin level, it's quite an experience. So we'll get back up there, and later on in this multi-part session that we're doing here at Red Rock, I will be playing a high limit, and I'm not going to go as high as $50 coin, but I did get up there quite a bit, and I think you'll probably find some value in it. Even right there with the full house, on a $10 coin machine, that's $400. So, who gets $400 for a full house? Scale that up to a $100 machine, and it's $4 grand for a full house. It's exciting stuff, and profitable as well. Of course, you do have to bear in mind it's not profitable if it's not rolling well, so you have to get off quick if that's what's happening. If it's going down the drain, you don't want to go down the drain with it, so you gotta be smart about it. Get out quickly, go to a smaller denomination. Maybe you'll have a better run on that one, and you can build your bankroll back up, or recaptivate some of those losses that you had, so it's not that bad of a loss. So you'll figure out the rhythm of the game and managing your bankroll. But I always recommend 1,000 coins on whatever denomination you're playing. So if I'm going to play a 50-cent machine, 1,000 coins is $500. You scale that up 100 times, and you're going to be playing with 50 grand on a $50 machine to have an adequate bankroll against it. But you can get away with a lot less than that. 1/5 of that would be $10,000, and if it's on a roll, it's just like you started with 50 grand, and you could make a killing on the machine. That was nice how it rolled out there. Be careful with those kings and the tens of the same suit. If there's another card of the same suit on the screen, you don't hold the king and the 10. You just hold the king. You can have some crazy runs on bonus poker, and if you manage the coin denominations at the bottom while you're also going on these runs, you can really amp up your winnings in the game. And then when it dives back down again, a lot of times it's just like this today, it's just staying stable, but you'll get 2 to the royals, 3 to the royal, 4 to the royal combinations, and you just keep holding the right cards, and the swings will come, the swings will go. You'll be positive, it'll be on a downward swing, it stays even most of the time, but those royal combinations will come out and they'll surprise you. And if you're on the right coin denomination when it happens, you can walk away with $8,000, $20,000, $40,000 dollars, even if you started with a very small bankroll, but work your way up the coin denominations when it's rolling well. So I'm always trying to use house money to maintain that bankroll, waiting for the royal to show up, and it's worked out quite well, and it will for you too. The challenge I find for a lot of players is they seldom practice at home. It's really a good idea to get a simulator that warns on mistakes so that you can keep your errors to a minimum. If you're constantly playing in a casino but never playing on a simulator at home that warns on mistakes, then you're really not improving. You're just repeating the same errors over and over and over again in the casino where it hurts, you know. So I like to make my mistakes at home where it doesn't count, so that when I'm in the casino where it does count, those errors are at a minimum. And you'll be surprised how much more money you'll take home if you'll just discipline yourself to practice constantly on the simulator that warns on mistakes so you can keep your video poker chops up. Your patience will be rewarded on Bonus Poker. I'll see you later in part 3 of Red Rock. Welcome to my world.